U.S. Bank, we're proud to be part of our community. All of our great community events inspire more than just the attendees. They inspire the entire community. U.S. Bank is committed to making the communities in which we work and live a better place. Our commitment means supporting the programs and organizations that enrich the quality of life for our neighbors. Because when our community succeeds, everyone wins. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank, member FDIC.
Want to stay in the know on what's going on with your Glasgow EPB? Just follow us on Twitter at Glasgow EPB or like us on Facebook at Glasgow Electric Plant Board and stay informed about new products, services, and money-saving tips. With a smartphone, you will also have access to constantly updated information during outages. For 50 years, we have been the vital service you depend on daily for your electric, cable, and internet needs, and we hope to provide you even more information and benefits through Facebook and Twitter. Join us today. We are your Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future faster.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. It's 7 minutes after 6 o'clock here on this Wednesday morning as we wake up on the 12th day of September. And we've got some stuff to talk about weather-wise today. Ray Stajic in charge of our weather at the Weather Channel to take a gander at it this morning.
Depending on what track Florence takes, the impacts for us here look to be limited for now, but into next week, some guidance suggesting maybe some of that moisture getting just to our east, maybe closer, so stay tuned. We'll roll through today, pretty quiet, partly to mostly cloudy, about 82. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy at about 63. A little warmer, though, as we go through the rest of the week. Lots of sunshine around tomorrow. How about 85? That's about average. But then we go above average on Friday with plenty of sunshine. Highs will be in the upper 80s. And for now, it's a good-looking weekend with a mix of clouds and sunshine. Highs both days in the middle 80s. And if we have impacts from what's ever left of Florence, it would be early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Let's look at the WCLU constant coverage and studio radar screen this morning. Some light shower activity up east of I-75 in Kentucky. Just some really, you wouldn't say that it's exactly tied to the hurricane, but some of the showers we see down there on the Kentucky-Virginia border might be tied with that. Let's see, the current conditions. Let me find out where I put the current conditions. The barometer this morning is at 3011. The winds are to the northeast at a couple of miles an hour. No rainfall in the past 24 hours. Humidity is at 100% this morning. And we have a very pleasant feel to it, 63 degrees here at WCLU this morning. News time is 6:08, round one of local news. In the newsroom this morning, it is Aaron Russell. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Henry. Here's the latest edition of Live and Local News here on WCLU Radio for this Wednesday, September the 12th. Our first story, according to Hart County Sheriff Boston Hensley, on Monday, September the 10th, the Hart County Sheriff's Office executed a Hart County indictment warrant on Joshua A. Brown, age 25, of 715 Payne Road on Rock Island, Tennessee. Brown was charged with promoting contraband to the first degree and was lodged in the Hart County Jail in lieu of a $5,000 cash bond. Trooper Billy Begley is investigating a collision that occurred on September the 9th of 2018 at approximately 9:28 a.m. Central Time, Columbia. Eldridge Hoover, age 85 of Columbia, was operating a 2005 Nissan truck southbound on Fairplay Road when he dropped off the right shoulder of the road, overcorrected, and overturned, striking a utility pole, coming to a final rest in a creek. Hoover was wearing a seatbelt and he was pronounced deceased at the scene by the Adair County coroner. Trooper Begley was assisted on the scene by additional members of the Kentucky State Police, as well as the Columbia Police Department, Adair County Sheriff's Department, as well as EMS, Fire, and Rescue for Adair County. Trooper Jason Werner is investigating a two-vehicle collision that occurred on September the 9th at approximately 12:15 p.m. on Highway 90 at the intersection of Highway 558. Lily Maxine Griffin, age 81 of Albany, was operating a 2004 Nissan and Clinton County Fire Department. That's our first segment of Live and Local News. We'll be right back after this here on WCLU Radio. It is currently 6:11.
Hello, I'm Bill Prather, chairman of the TJ Community.
Check out the deals at Gilly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee. If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
Barron County doesn't belong to the drug dealers and violent criminals. It belongs to its law-abiding citizens. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson, working in Barron County as an assistant county attorney and as a resident with a family to protect myself. I agree with the outcries from our citizens. Repeat drug offenders and perpetrators of violent crimes need to be held accountable. I have the proven record of pursuing the tougher sentences these habitual and violent criminals deserve. On November 6th, join me fight for Barron County's future. Vote for Mike Richardson for Barron County Attorney. Ready on day one.
Paid for by Mike Richardson for Barron County Attorney.
Retirement income sources may differ considerably from what retirees actually experience. How do these sources of income impact your personal retirement? Please call the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson or Brian Basinger to discuss your retirement income plan. Call us today at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hillier, WL Lyons LLC, member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
Back here with more live and local news here on WCLU for this Wednesday, September the 12th. I'm Aaron Russell reporting. On Saturday, the Glasgow Police Department responded to S.L. Roger Wells Boulevard in reference to a suspicious vehicle in the parking lot of the Southgate Plaza. Officers made contact with Lindsay Willoughby. Officers received consent to search of the vehicle and located methamphetamine in the front center console of the vehicle. And Willoughby, age 29 of Glasgow, was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance of the first degree, first offense methamphetamine, as well as possession of drug paraphernalia. The arrest was made by Officer Stephen Shields and assisted by Jabin McGuire. On Saturday, the Glasgow Police Department responded to S.L. Roger Wells Boulevard in reference to a suspicious vehicle in the parking lot of Southgate Plaza. Officers made contact with William Smith and determined that he had an active warrant for his arrest. Officers received consent to search of the vehicle and located methamphetamine in the front center of his console as well. William Smith, age 30 of Glasgow, was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance of the first degree, first offense methamphetamine, as well as possession of drug paraphernalia. And the arrest was made by Jabin McGuire and assisted by Officer Stephen Shields and Officer Mason Wethington. On Saturday, the Glasgow Police Department responded to the intersection of Grandview Avenue and Combs Boulevard for an injury accident. Upon investigation, it was determined that a 2005 Chrysler, being operated by Virgil Perez, age 24 of Glasgow, was traveling northbound on Combs Boulevard and was attempting to pull onto Grandview Avenue and pulled into the path of a 1999 Dodge being operated by Tanya Daniels, age 38 of Glasgow, who was traveling eastbound on Grandview Avenue. A 17-year-old juvenile passenger in Unit 2 was transported by the Barron Metcalf EMS to T.J. Sampson Hospital for treatment, and the accident was investigated by Officer Cameron Merle and assisted by Barron Metcalf EMS Services as well as the Glasgow Fire Department. Weather has caused the resurfacing project at the ramps of Exit 36 of the Nasher Parkway in Butler County to be pushed back. All ramps at the Exit 36 interchange with US 231 Cromwell will be closed on Thursday, September 13th, and Friday, the 14th. The Nasher Parkway and US 231 will remain open in this area, but the ramps only on and off of the parkway will be closed at this interchange, and wide loads may continue through on the Natural Parkway during this time, and the ramps are closed. Wide loads will be restricted once again once the ramps have reopened. Motorists should seek an alternate route. The closure is very weather dependent, so it may have possible dates that could change even more. And then Kentucky State Resort Parks are offering a discounted rate of $49.95 a night on lodge rooms to residents for any East Coast state that are seeking shelter from Hurricane Florence. The rate of the bedroom cottages is usually $69.95 a night and for two bedrooms, $79.95 a night. These adverse weather rates are available at all resort parks until September 30th by calling the park front desk directly. An out-of-state driver's license must be presented at check-in to receive this rate. Park locations locations and phone numbers are available at parks.ky.gov. As in past years, the Kentucky State Parks support surrounding states during adverse weather in the same manner that we support Kentucky communities in a crisis. A Kentucky woman has been sentenced to 5 years in prison in order to pay $1.6 million in restitution for crop insurance fraud. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Lexington said 63-year-old Deborah Muse of the Wallingford community in Fleming County was sentenced Tuesday in U.S. District Court. Muse pled guilty in April, admitting that she had helped farmers file false tobacco crop insurance claims and created false documents to help farmers hide their crop production. The U.S. Attorney's Office said in a news release that the documents led to inflated payments from crop insurers, which are reinsured by the federal government. Judge Joseph M. Hood found that Muse caused the federal government to pay out $5.9 million in indemnity payments to producers who weren't entitled to them. That is all for Live and Local News today here on WCLU for this Wednesday, September the 12th. I'm Aaron Russell reporting.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. Kentucky State Police confirm a Scott County Sheriff's deputy was shot and the suspect was killed. The shooting happened around 11 p.m. Tuesday while the deputy was responding to a complaint at a rest stop in Georgetown. According to authorities, the deputy approached the car and the suspect, 57-year-old Edward Reynolds of Florida, shot the officer while getting out of his vehicle. Gunfire was exchanged and Reynolds was killed. It's unclear who shot the suspect. The deputy's condition is unknown. A federal appeals court says Donald Trump did not incite violence at a Louisville campaign rally.
The court decided that protesters that were attacked at a 2016 Trump campaign rally could not file a lawsuit claiming that Trump incited a riot. Kashaya Waguma, Molly Shaw, and Henry Bruzeau were removed from the Louisville rally after Trump yelled from the stage,
"All right, get him out! Get him out! Get him out!"
The court ruled Trump's words were protected under the First Amendment. One white nationalist, Matthew Heimbach, was fined and given a suspended sentence for pushing protesters during the rally. I'm Haley Hansen.
As the East Coast prepares for Hurricane Florence, disaster relief organizations and utility companies in Kentucky are also getting ready to send their resources to those impacted. Utility company Davis H. Elliott Company has 350 crews scheduled to travel to multiple areas in the storm's path this weekend. Brian Sarich with the company tells WKYT.
That's just something that Kentucky's been known for doing, is helping those because they know that there's going to be a time that they're going to need help as well.
Kentucky Utilities and R.J. Corman Railroad Company are also planning for the recovery effort. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/aware to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes tax. Service will include a monthly data allowance depending on the type and speed of service you receive. If you exceed your monthly data plan allowance, you will be automatically charged $10 for each 50 gigabytes of data usage in excess of your data plan, even if less than 50 gigabytes is used. For details about data allowances, go to att.com/internet-usage. Wi-Fi enabled device required. Other restrictions apply.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible with plenty of examples and a
Use the money and buy an annuity from Woodman. As far as rates go, it's competitive with a CD, sometimes even better, and the earnings on your money will grow tax-deferred until you withdraw it.
And that's good, right?
Oh, that's very good, because you defer income taxes so you have more money for compounding. And unlike a mutual fund, a fixed annuity guarantees you'll never lose your principal no matter how long you live.
So how'd you get so smart?
I'm sure it came from my mother.
Hi, I'm Jeff Sneed, your local Woodman of the World representative. Find out more about Woodman's full line of annuity products by calling me at 270-646-0354.
Insurance protection, financial security. Woodman of the World Life Insurance Society of Omaha, Nebraska. Woodman, with you through life.
63 degrees. It's 6:22 at WCLU. In area funeral announcements this hour, Oakley Jr. Shaw, age 80, of Glasgow, died Sunday at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. He was a groundsman at the Louisville Airport, a former member of the Masonic Lodge No. 59 F&AM in North Vernon, Indiana, and he was of the Baptist faith. His survivors include his two daughters, Sharon Adkins and Linda Stewart, his two sons, Tim and Chris Shaw, one brother, Johnny Shaw, one sister, Delcy Hurt, 6 grandchildren, Tara Ladd, Cody Stewart, Tyler and Madison Shaw, Michelle and Michael Adkins. 9 great-grandchildren survive as well. Funeral services for Oakley Jr. Shaw will be at 12 noon on Thursday at the Hardy & Son Funeral Home's Bowling Green Chapel. Burial will be in the Martinsville Cemetery. Visitation begins at 10 a.m. Thursday at the funeral home. The family request donations can be made to the Hardy & Son Funeral Home for funeral expenses. Joe Wayne Gossett, age 85, of Summershade, died Monday at T.J. Sampson Hospital. He was a carpenter, a farmer, and the former owner of Shirts and More. He was a Navy veteran and is survived by his wife of 64 years, Gertie Lou Jean Shive Gossett. 2 daughters, Debbie Scott of Scottsville and Rhonda Thompson of Center. A brother, William Gossett of South Carolina. 5 grandchildren, Nathan Acree, Ashley Gallagher, Sarah Scott, Tara Wright, and Kayla Eaton. And 8 grandchildren, Tanner, Trigg, and Jenna Acree, Griffey and Grayson Gallagher, Bryson and Sailor Wright, and Allie Joe Eaton. Funeral services for Joe Wayne Gossett will be Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock at McMurtry Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Missionary Mound Cemetery. Visitation will be Thursday from 3 until 8 and on Friday after 7 a.m. until time for service. Memorials can be made to the Missionary Mound Cemetery. Margie E. Johnson Sailing, age 82, of Bee Spring, passed away peacefully by her family's side Monday at the Grayson Manor in Litchfield. The Edmonson County native was a homemaker, daughter of the late Jim and Dulcie Basham John, Stephanie Tunks, Willie Bell, Katrina Bell, Jeffrey Ryan Sailing, J.D. Sailing, Sheila Bullock, Randy Sailing, 4 step-grandchildren, 14 great-grandchildren, and 4 step-great-grandchildren, along with 2 brothers, Gail Torrance and Milton Johnson. Funeral services for Margie E. Johnson Sailing will be at 2 o'clock on Thursday afternoon at the Grayville Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Sailing Vincent Cemetery. Visitation will be from 2 until 9 today and after 9 o'clock tomorrow at the Grayville Funeral Home. Service for Dora Lois Lynn Whitlow, age 65, of Dubree, will be today at 1 o'clock at the McMurtry Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Missionary Mound Cemetery. Graveside service and interment for Kathy O. Cooper, age 63, of Smiths Grove, will be held at 3 o'clock this afternoon at the Rocky Hill Cemetery. The Patton Funeral Home is in charge at their Park City Chapel. Funeral services for Blanche Jeffries Hurt, age 82, of Louisville, will be held at 1 o'clock today at the Butler Funeral Home in Edmonton. Burial to follow in the Metcalfe County Memorial Gardens. Memorial services for Murray Douglas White, age 67, of Edmonton, will be at 11 o'clock this morning at the Butler Funeral Home in Edmonton, with burial to be in the Edmonton Cemetery. Funeral services for James Jimmy Floyd, age 78, of Bowling Green, will be at 10 o'clock today at the Hardy & Son Funeral Home's Bowling Green Chapel. Burial to be in the Spinks Cemetery with military honors. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
University scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
627 and 63 degrees. We'll check the forecast in a moment, but let's get caught up on news from Barron County High School with our Trojan reporter, Katie Martin.
I'm Katie Martin with this week's Trojan Report. Here are this year's 2018 BCHS football homecoming candidates. For band, it is Caroline Kinsman. Beta is Samantha Morgan. Broadcasting is Katie Martin. Drama is Cora Wood. FBLA is Brianna Childress. FCCLA is Lydia Christian. FCA is Jenna Brooks. Foreign Language Club is Fabiola Luna. FFA is Kinley Kinslow. HOSA is Emily Klein. JROTC is Mackenzie Martinez. Best Buddies is Kathy Salab. SAD Club is Kyla Kelly. Travel Club is Michaela Vincent. Y Club is Lily Shipley. Yearbook is Savannah Goad. Dance is Brianna Shirley. Cheerleaders is McKenna Burrell. For Pep Club Freshmen, it's Allie Bell and Olivia Stice. The sophomore is Malin Newberry. Junior, Kayla Forshee, and senior, Maddie Murray. Fall sports freshman is Ann Benning-Jones. Sophomore, Maddie Anderson. Junior, Micah Burrell, and senior, Annabelle Botts. The Marching Trojans earned distinction at the South Central Kentucky Marching Band Classic this past weekend. First place Class 4A, Best Color Guard and Percussion Class 4A, Best Overall Music, Visual, Color Guard, Percussion, and General Effect, and Grand Champion. Saturday, September 15th, the BC Marching Band will compete at the Taylor County Invitational. Homecoming will be this Friday against Greenwood. The Homecoming Week spirit themes. Monday was Pajama Day. Tuesday was USA Patriots Day. Wednesday is Country Day. Get back to your roots and wear your boots. On Thursday, it's Tourist Day. Dressed up like a tourist. On Friday, it's Friday Night Lights. Wear burgundy and gold or football attire. See Max Hutton, Pep Club President, or Sailor Botts, Pep Club Vice President, if you have any questions. Students interested in joining the high school swim team can see Coach Metzger in the library. The first practice is October 9th. Any student wanting to join Y Club and attend KYA who has not picked up a conference packet needs to stop by room 12 and get one from Mr. Steenbergen. Reminder that both Y Club and Social Studies Club dues are to be turned in to Mr. Steenbergen by Friday, September 21st. Students planning to join Beta should see a sponsor to pay your $30 club dues. The deadline to join is this Friday. You do not have to receive an invitation to join. The Travel Club is now accepting members. All students interested in joining can pay their $5 enrollment fee to Mrs. Dyer or Mrs. Esters. The deadline to join is Friday, September 28th. Any student who is in a foreign language class now see.
It's 6:31 at WCLU, waking up with 62 degrees. We need to talk about the weather forecast for today and make sure that we know what direction we're going with respect to the hurricane. Ray Stajic is in charge of this report, brought to you by Southern States.
Depending on what track Florence takes, the impacts for us here look to be limited for now. But into next week, some guidance suggesting maybe some of that moisture getting just to our east, maybe closer, so stay tuned. We'll roll through today, pretty quiet, partly to mostly cloudy, about 82. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy and about 63. A little warmer, though, as we go through the rest of the week. Lots of sunshine around tomorrow. How about 85? That's about average. But then we go above average on Friday with plenty of sunshine. Highs will be in the upper 80s. And for now, it's a good-looking weekend with a mix of clouds and sunshine. Highs both days in the middle 80s. And if we have impacts from what's ever left of Florence, it would be early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
It's a quiet start on the radar screen this morning, Ray. Not much happening out there at all on the constant coverage and studio radar screen. We might see some remnants of Florence as we make our way toward the weekend, but it'll be several days before we see much from Florence here in South Central Kentucky. 62 degrees. At WCLU,
the Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast, sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow.
The home for Holland Grills in Southern Kentucky is Southern States. For more than 30 years, Holland has been building America's greatest grill. The Holland Grill is easy to use and gives you moist, juicy, tender food each and every time you grill. Southern States carries a great selection of Holland Grills ready to be put into service today. The only grill made which offers a no flare-up guarantee in writing. And listen for details on the summer propane fill-up promotion coming soon to Southern States in Glasgow. All right, weather update brought to you by Southern States, 633, 62 degrees here on WCLU this morning. We got birthdays to share with you. We also are going to be getting into the archives here in a couple of minutes, so get ready for that. And we'll come right back and get that started. It is 634, 62 degrees. Good morning.
Barron County doesn't belong to the drug dealers and violent criminals. It belongs to its law-abiding citizens. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson, working in Barron County as an assistant county attorney and as a resident with a family to protect myself. I agree with the outcries from our citizens. Repeat drug offenders and perpetrators of violent crimes need to be held accountable. I have the proven record of pursuing the tougher sentences these habitual and violent criminals deserve. On November 6th, join me fight for Barron County's future. Vote for Mike Richardson for Barron County Attorney. Ready on day one.
Paid for by Mike Richardson for Barron County Attorney.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance. Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store.
You ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
That's right. It's Ralphie's Fun Center, the sponsor of the Birthday Club here this morning on WCLU. And let's see. First things first, I want to get the music bed going right here. I've got a gongarita sound in a minute. I got to go back and get the information off of my desk so I don't mess that up, okay? I think it's Brandon Gross. Brandon Gross, who is turning 40 today. Hey, Brandon. Happy 40th birthday today, sir. Big deal. Ricky Jesse is 52. Connie Saltzman is 58. It's Todd Porch. Todd is 43. Joe Wallace is 42. And Jeff Wells is 59 today. Yes, it's true. Got another gongaree this morning. How about Tim Lindsay? It's the 60th birthday for Tim Lindsay today. Big birthday for William Hunley today, too. Got lots of nice calls. People wanting to wish Jeff Ritchie a happy birthday today. So, Jeff, have a big birthday, sir. David Gilbert's on the list. Paula Terry is as well. It is Miss Sharon Billingsley on the birthday club. Carol Ann Coffey. Amy Norris Bellamy. We have Annette Simmons on the birthday side of things. And on the anniversary side of things, we have a 48th wedding anniversary today. And this is going to be for Earl and Irene Henry. That's Earl and Irene Henry. Their 48th wedding anniversary today. And I believe from all of my sources, that's all the birthdays we have, but plenty of room on the paper for more. So let us know here at WCLU. And thanks to Ralphie's Fun Center. Yes, they capitalize on fun. 638 WCLU. Up next, Archive.
Hi, my name is Kaylee.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
TJ Sampson, providing TLC, Total Local Care, 24/7. My husband and I were both admitted to TJ Sampson. They were so good to us, and we will always go back to TJ, your local health care provider. Total Local Care, 24/7.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Growth begins with an idea. At the People's Bank, that idea is to give you the banking service you deserve. We carry out that idea in everything we do. In fact, it's become our motto, working for you. As that idea continues to grow, let us work for you at our new location, 1300 West Main Street, opening this summer. Let us be the place where your ideas begin, where you get the banking you deserve. Come grow with us. The People's Bank, working for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Check out the deals at Gilliard Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Save big on summer adventure during our Jeep Celebration event. How about saving up to $5,800 off the factory MSRP on a new 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee? Or choose up to $4,000 off the new 2018 Jeep Renegade. Now you can save up to $3,750 off on the newly redesigned 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
Solid now. So we got these folks up to date right here on the Birthday Anniversary Club here at WCLU. And we're at 641. Coming up on Saturday, this is a neat deal. I was talking to some folks yesterday about this. The Barron County High School cheerleaders hosting Trojan Fest 2018 this Saturday at 4 p.m. Starts in the afternoon there, so you can get all your Saturday stuff done, and then come out and celebrate the Trojan Fest with a spaghetti dinner provided by, are you ready for this? The Olive Garden. That's right. And it's the Olive Garden spaghetti dinner for $5. Also children's activities, games, and inflatables, and both a silent and live auction. Live music to be on the showcase as well. The auction starts at 6. The vendors will be set up throughout. This is a fundraiser for the Barron County High School cheerleaders to go to the national competition. Now, let me tell you what some of the auction items are going to be. How about the Chris Stapleton concert tickets? Yes, they're auctioning those off. How about Dollywood tickets? And that's just a little tease of tickets there. And other things to be given away. It's on Saturday at 4 p.m. All right, I've got an Archives theme song over here somewhere. We're going to let that crank up. Time for the Archives, 100 years of history that's helped us to build a solid foundation around here. And it's good to know from whence you came so you can kind of know where you're going. And the Archives today brought to you by the folks who really appreciate all the history around here, and they help folks build things every day at Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
Sam Terry is on the line with us. Sam, I guess the word is I short called you. Sam picked up the phone, and I said, here we go. So if you need to gather your senses, which I doubt, I was going to give you some time there. But if not, then we're going to jump in with both feet. Is that all right?
Let's jump.
It's fascinating, some of the things that brought us to where we are today. It's 100 years worth of history. And, of course, we want to plug the Harvest of History again. And we are going to... We're going to, in the Harvest of History, have some special guests coming by. I think our first one's coming by on Friday, but we'll talk more about that in a minute. We just want you right now to make sure you get it on the calendar. It's going to be September the 21st and the 22nd. A lot of good conversation going on about that for sure. All right, Sam, let's go, okay? Down memory lane. Okay. It's a beautiful trip every day, but here's the news. And it's interesting how they wrote this story, because these are not easy stories to write. 100 years ago today, the headline was that the Glasgow Laundry is closed again. Mr. Harover went into war work, and Mr. Ray accepted a position in Cincinnati. And Mrs. Harover ran the business as long as she was able, and she threw up the sponge. Now, that's a neat tie-in for the laundry business there, for sure. You know, you might could have said threw in the towel, but this is even more accurate. She threw up the sponge. So the Republican writer here in the Republican paper says, here's a chance for some enterprising fellow to do a big business. 19 and 18. Let's just totally take advantage of all these people's misfortune. Mr. Harover's got to go to war. Mr. Ray went to Cincinnati, and Mrs. Harover just can't do it anymore. So we'll maybe read a little later on what happened with that, Sam.
That would be fun.
Glasgow Laundry closed again. All right, let's go to 1928. This is news about Dr. E.K. Martin. Dr. E.K. Martin left Monday for Louisville, where he will be located in the Francis Building, and where he wishes all of his friends to call on him while in the city. So it sounds to me like that Dr. Martin, I don't know what kind of a doctor that he was, but his big desire was to move to the big city, and he did, and said, "Hey."
Well, he moved different places.
Oh, did he?
He was a medical doctor.
Okay.
And his name was actually Dr. Edward Kilgore.
Okay.
Martin, from here in Glasgow.
Okay.
And interestingly, the year prior to this, he was in Chicago practicing.
Mm-hmm.
Came back to Glasgow, and then was headed to Louisville, and he ended up living in Frankfort, Kentucky, where he had been a physician.
Okay. Sounds to me like he wasn't afraid of change.
I don't think so.
Wasn't afraid of moving, and was cordial enough to say, "Hey, whenever you're up in Louisville, come see me." Sound like a nice fellow there, Sam. Dr. E.K. Martin. Kilgore. Kilgore's a name that, you know, there's a lot of property over in the area where I grew up that if you go to the courthouse and you read the title on some of these things, it goes back to some type of a Kilgore subdivision. That name is big around here, or it was at one time.
It was a very prolific name, and most of it actually goes back to one single person who was a real estate developer.
Okay, I see.
If you search our property records in Glasgow in particular, you will find thousands of deed transfers in his name.
A hustling real estate man, no less.
He was indeed.
1938. Here's the way the headline reads. There may be lead in them thar hills. That was the headline, and here's the rest of the story. We understand that an engineer from Owensboro has been looking over the hills and valleys in the Middlesbrough Etoile section on the question of lead, which is reported to be existent. It is reported that certain natives had known of its existence for some time, but as to the possibilities from a commercial standpoint, we are not advised. At any rate, one might investigate the possibility of some stranger who wants to talk leases. So if you read through the story, the writer didn't know if lead had any value or not. But if somebody comes around here asking about it, don't play dumb. Lease them a space of some land full of lead if there's something they could do with it. An entrepreneur, kind of like Mr. Kilgore, you know. Do the best you can with what you got to work with.
There you go.
1938. All right, let's go to 1948. The headline reads, Home Again. Now, who wouldn't read the rest of that story with that headline? Home Again. Mr. and Mrs. Wendell Scott and Mr. Lawton Scott and son Meredith ended an 11,000-mile tour of the West, South, and points of the East Tuesday. Fortunately, they returned in time to be with their brother, Delbert, who was in the hospital suffering from lockjaw. Now, you know, that is, okay, one side of the family's out here traveling all over the West. The other fellow, poor fellow's in the hospital with lockjaw. Seemed like they needed to take care of the brother there. It says, we're glad to report that Delbert is improving and he was able to be removed to the home of his mother, Mrs. Lalia Scott of Temple Hill, on Saturday. Removed to the home of your mother. That's right. That was probably both of those were enjoyable trips, you think?
I believe so.
Let's see here. Just when you leave, you don't know what's going to happen to those who are left behind, and that was certainly they learned that lesson for sure. Let's move to 1958, Sam. This is an interesting perspective on some things we still enjoy today. Improvement of US 31E through or near Glasgow, which has been a civic and political bugaboo for the past 8 years, has been given another breathing spell. In a statement issued this week by the Highway Commissioner to the effect that he has decided upon a west bypass and the resurfacing of the present highway. The bypass is expected to leave the present road north of town in the vicinity of McEwen's Steakhouse, cross West Main Street as near the standpipe as engineeringly feasible. Now, I've not seen that term used a lot. It was as engineeringly feasible, and then it continues south to a junction with the new road in the vicinity of the South Fork Bridge. Now, if you just think about that, that's kind of about how it turned out to be, Sam.
That is correct.
They started out there around McEwen's Steakhouse, and then coming down West Main near the Standpipe Hill, as close as they could get it from an engineering standpoint. And then they went to the south of town. 1958, they were thinking about that bypass. 1968, this is big news. WKU classes are offered here in Glasgow. This was an advertisement in the Glasgow Republican. WKU classes offered. Part-time, 1 to 5 hours, you can take the classes for $9 per hour. That's right, $9 per hour. Part-time, 6 to 11 hours, $9 plus a $5 miscellaneous fee. And then we have full-time. You can go and take 12 hours or more at the WKU where they were offering classes here in 1968. Full-time, $125 tuition. And you know, that opened up doors for a lot of folks who really wanted to continue their education or to advance their education by being able to take these classes, Western classes, here. I mean, the ones I remember, a lot of them were at the library back then. But nonetheless, you know, $9 per credit hour, that was a deal. And I think they had a lot of good response to that, too, you know. All right, 1960, that's sort of the precursor to WKU Glasgow, but the need was demonstrated even back then, I guess, Sam. 1978, some more big news here in 1978 about Junior Food Store. Number 23 on Kentucky 90 east of Glasgow is going to open up next week here in 1978. The first with this is going to be the first Junior Foods in the entire Junior Food chain to have hot sandwiches and a coffee corner. You can see that the hot sandwiches thing caught up, and I know they sell tons and tons of coffee, but that was 1978, the first to do that. 1988, the news was that 40 homes were evacuated this morning when a fire at Kentucky Apparel's laundry facility in Tompkinsville ignited chemicals. That's a laundry with a big impact. When it catches on fire and 40 homes were evacuated, you know that was probably a pretty scary time there in Tompkinsville in 1988 with the Kentucky Apparel laundry fire. And finally, let's go to 1998. What were on people's minds here on September the 11th of 1998? This was actually yesterday's, I guess, news, but nonetheless it was printed today. It says that Temple Hill parents addressed the Barron County School Board with concerns that no improvements have been made to their school. Now, that is a legitimate concern. That the Temple Hill parents said, there's lots going on here in the Barron County schools, but we want a little something done for Temple Hill, for the Bulldogs. And, that's just kind of the way it works. Everybody's got to speak up for their own interest, and that's what was the interest in. I
believe they must have been heard because they have a beautiful new school in Temple Hill right
Correct.
now.
That's right. And there's a lot of tradition there, a lot of, excellent schools, all the county schools, the high schools, and excellent educations received in all of those schools. And then 2008, 10 years ago, this was the day that Bill Waldrop presented a concert at the First Christian Church, and it says here the concert will feature this weekend organ music. Now, Mr. Bill Waldrop, quite the organist, and played the organ at the Christian Church for a great number of years. And I just knowing Mr. Waldrop, that I bet some folks said, Bill, just give us a concert. You pick out what you want to play. And lo and behold, I guess he did here 10 years ago at the First Christian Church. I'm sure it was enjoyed by a lot of folks, for sure.
I'm sure it was.
All right. As what I have in front of me, that basically catches us up for today, Sam. Anything else you got to add? Need to add?
No, I think that takes care of today. We've got some more interesting things coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, and we had, let's see here. We had several decades with laundry news in it. In, the woman threw in the sponge in the Glasgow laundry, and then the T-ville laundry burnt. Those were both big news stories from this day in history. See, it's the way the archives play out, and you can't predict it. It's just different every day. And I'm glad you're joining us to do this each and every day, too, Sam Terry, okay?
Glad to do it.
And we'll talk to you tomorrow, sir. Have a good day. All right, that's the Archives, brought to you by Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services, 656.
So, you've eagerly ordered your pumpkin spice latte before the first leaf has fallen. Don't worry. At Bluegrass Cellular, we won't judge. We're excited about fall, too. But before you start planning hay rides or slip on your favorite fuzzy boots, stop by Bluegrass Cellular. Right now, we have a huge selection of smartphones for $15 a month or even less. Cozy up to the phones you've been wanting, such as the highly rated Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus or the shatterproof Motorola Z2 Force. Whether you're a new or current customer, you can take advantage of our biggest deals of the season. We have the top brand names and the best deals. This is what you've been waiting for all year. Well, besides your favorite autumn-flavored beverage. Don't wait. Get in on the savings while supplies last. Offer available online at bluegrasscellular.com and in store. Restrictions apply. Bluegrass Cellular. Your community expanded.
The university scientists have long hypothesized, where does the magic man get his magic? The phenomenon that is the magic man is considered one of the great wonders of science. Truth be told, there is no science greater than magic. And that's why the mystery remains.
Hi, I'm Eddie Bruner, and yes, technically I am the magic man, but there's no magic to it. It's honesty, knowledge, and paying the best prices I can pay.
Why the name Fire Pit Spirits? Because your beverage of choice is meant to be enjoyed with good friends, celebrating life, happiness, or just the end of a hard week of work. And, as always, it's meant to be consumed responsibly. So, whatever you're celebrating, gather around your fire pit, because good times are made with the ones you choose to keep in your circle. Fire Pit Spirits. Best selection, best service, best friends.
Barron County doesn't belong to the drug dealers and violent criminals. It belongs to its law-abiding citizens. Hi, I'm Mike Richardson, working in Barron County as an assistant county attorney and as a resident with a family to protect myself. I agree with the outcries from our citizens. Repeat drug offenders and perpetrators of violent crimes need to be held accountable. I have the proven record of pursuing the tougher sentences these habitual and violent criminals deserve.
On November 6th, join me fight for Barron County's future. Vote for Mike Richardson for Barron County Attorney. Ready on day one.
Paid for by Mike Richardson for Barron County Attorney.
For local.
Thank you, Ray. I like it. Ray's not too convinced about Florence. If we have impact from whatever's left of Florence, you know, he's playing down what the potential is, but he's a professional meteorologist that's been doing this a long time, so we'll let him have his spin on it. 6:59, 62 degrees. Today it's David Gilbert Day on the radio. Now, David has a birthday today. I don't know what number it is that David's birthday is, but he's a good fella. And being a professional CPA, he can calculate his own age, or you can try to do that yourself. But be sure and let him know that he's good as gold from his friends here at WCLU and A Little Taste of Texas.
Do you use a debit card? Do you get paid by direct deposit or have a monthly bill set up for auto payment? Do you like the convenience of online banking and the efficiency of e-statements? If so, Citizens First Platinum Plus checking account is for you. Stop by Citizens First today to open your Platinum Plus account and start earning real interest on your money.
Qualifications must be met each statement cycle to earn premium interest rates. Required minimum opening deposit of $100. Interest earned compounded and paid monthly. Interest rate is subject to change. Must be a Kentucky or Tennessee resident. One account per Social Security number. Member FDIC.
Monday, September 17th, the Cattlemen's Livestock Market, Rockfield, Kentucky, will conduct the dispersal sale of an outstanding herd of cattle. There are 70 cows 3 years old and up, 4 bred heifers, 1 black bull, and 57 calves. Some of the larger calves may not be sold as pairs. Their regular Monday sale will follow the herd dispersal auction, and all types of cattle are welcome at this sale. That's Monday, September 17th, beginning at 1:30 at Cattlemen's Livestock Market, 210 Stamps Road, Rockfield. For more details, contact the stockyard at 270-542-2454.
Hi, welcome to this Subway ad for the Signature Wraps collection. How would you like it?
I'll take a rallying cry, please.
Coming right up.
Crusaders of flavor! Ahead lies the Signature Wraps collection! The bold and meaty trio of buffalo chicken, turkey Italiano, and Chipotle Southwest steak and cheese. Let not your taste buds be intimidated, for tonight, their sauce will be on your napkins! Go forth to Subway and make it what you want! Limited time at participating shops.
Hey, Taste Buds here. The guys and I go gaga when you stop at a Subway restaurant. Right, guys? Right. But when you order your sandwich, try a bag of the Lay's Taste of America chips.
We want Lay's!
Settle down, fellas. These regionally inspired flavors are now at Subway. You know them, we love them. Dill pickle chips with a hint of the Mississippi Valley, or the southeastern taste of wavy hickory barbecue. Hey, give us Buds a dash of sass. Add a bag of Lay's. Make it what you want. Only at Subway. Limited time at participating restaurants.
Making me hungry for sure. It's 7:01 at WCLU. We're going to come right back and actually play trivia, but I got to tell you about Lena Jo Davis. I had a very proud grandmama call up to wish her granddaughter, Lena Jo Davis, a happy 11th birthday. And so actually we want to be sure and jump in here right now and do that. So we hope that Lena Jo Davis has a happy birthday. Put that thinking cap on. We're going to find out how smart you are.
Can you name the last 5 winners of the Nobel Prize? Or the last 5 winners of the Pulitzer Prize? Can you name the 5 richest people in the world? No? Well, these are special people, big achievers. But achievements such as these are quickly forgotten. Maybe you can name 5 teachers who helped you in school and made an impact on you. Name 5 friends who helped you through difficult situations, or 5 people who just make you feel special. The people who make a difference in your life are the ones that care about you. Make a difference in someone else's life. The Bible says in 1 John 3:18, "Little children, let us not love in word or in tongue, but in deed and in truth." Make a difference. Show someone you care. This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
What time is it? It's burger o'clock. Head to Colton's Steakhouse and Grill for lunch. Get a hamburger, cheeseburger, or Montana burger and fries for only $6.99. These fresh ground half-pound burgers are handcrafted, grilled over open flames, and made to order. All meals include peanuts and hot, delicious rolls and honey. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill in Glasgow, Bardstown, Campbellsville, and Radcliffe. We know what's at stake, and burgers too.
Attention, if your home or business experiences frequent drainage clogs and backups, Spots Plumbing now has a new jetter system that implements hot and cold water options to rid your drains of excess grease, roots, and any other substance that's causing you trouble. Ask about the jetter drain cleaning system today, 678-1970.
There's way more than just the name. Spots Plumbing, while being the first you should call for your plumbing needs, is also the number you call if you need your driveway plowed or if you need salt spread to help melt the ice away. 270-678-1970. Let Bots be the first you call.
All right, I am ready to play trivia today because I know there's smart folks that tune into this program. I learn stuff every day on this program, and today will be no different. So let's see who's going to be our smart winner today of trivia. I'll ask a question. You provide the answer at 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. And let's see, we're actually going to see how smart you are in math today. Here's a math question. Listen carefully. 2 people are standing back to back. They each walk away from each other for 3 feet. And then they both turn left and walk for another 4 feet and then stop. So now how many feet apart are they? All right, I'm going to read the question again. 2 people are standing back to back, so they each walk away from each other for exactly 3 feet. Then they both turn left and walk for another 4 feet, and then they stop. How many feet apart are they? Everybody thinks they know. Let's see.
14.
No, it's not right. Trivia. Hello, Trivia.
14 feet.
No, it's not right. That's a popular answer, but it's not right. Trivia.
24.
No, it's not right. 2 people are standing back to back. They each walk away from each other for 3 feet. Then they both turn left and walk away another 4 feet. How far apart are they? Trivia.
1 foot.
No, it's not right. Trivia.
7.
No. Trivia.
3 feet.
No, it's not right. Where's our math students out there? 2 people standing back to back. They each walk away from each other for 3 feet. Then they both turn left and walk for another 4 feet. And then they stop. So how far apart are they? Trivia.
48.
No. Trivia.
6 feet.
No, it's not right. Hello, Trivia.
11 feet.
No. Trivia.
12 feet.
No. How far apart are they? Trivia.
50 feet.
No. 2 people standing back to back. They each walk away from each other for 3 feet. Then they both turn left and walk for another 4 feet. How far apart are they? Trivia.
5 feet.
No. Trivia.
6.
No.
12.
Looking for the math student in the audience.
12.
What is it now?
12.
No, it's not right. Trivia.
10 feet.
That's it. Who's this speaking?
J.R. Dakin.
J.R., how you doing?
I'm doing the best. How are you?
I'm fine. Now, let's let everybody know J.R. Dakin, in addition to being a really nice guy, is an excellent school teacher. Is that correct, J.R.?
I hope that's what they say.
Yeah, and so you, because of the fact of what you teach, what do they call that now? What do they call your class?
I do pre-engineering.
Okay, pre-engineering. But once upon a time, they would call it shop class, wouldn't they?
I was industrial arts. That's
Industrial arts, I'm sorry. You don't go as far back as I do. It used to just be shop class, then industrial arts, and now it's pre-engineering. So a pre-engineer would have to know this. And this goes back to the, this is actually, JR, if you think about it, it's a triangle is what you have made.
That's right. Pythagorean theorem.
That's right, the Pythagorean theorem, which I was going to give somebody. That was actually the extra hush puppy question, but you already got it. You draw two lines labeled 3 feet for the distance, and they walk away from each other. Then draw two lines labeled 4 feet going opposite directions for the distance they walk. You draw a line connecting them all, and you've got a triangle using the Pythagorean theorem, if I said that right. A squared plus b squared equals c squared from math class. You've come up with the answer. And you've probably impressed a lot of people there, JR.
I don't know about that.
It's just what you do. You're charged with teaching our youngsters how to do this. So, it just came to you. And now here's the question. Did you have to write it down, or did you think it through?
No, I knew it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. Those are all right-angle triangles.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it sounds to me like that some folks ought to sit down and talk to you a little more about this, JR. So I hope you have a good day teaching this, and I thank you for being a smart guy and sharing trivia today, JR.
Well, I appreciate it, Henry.
And have a good day, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye. J.R. Dakin, that's right. If you stand back to back with somebody and you each walk 3 feet apart from each other, then you turn left and walk 4 more feet, then the two of you are 10 feet apart. Hence the Pythagorean theorem. And we'll play again tomorrow on Trivia. You never know when we come up with something that'll give you a little chance to think about things. And you be sure and join us here on WCLU.
CBS News Update. Hurricane Florence is getting closer and last-minute preparations are winding down. A man in Nags Head, North Carolina, boarding up his business with more than 1 million people in 3 states under evacuation orders. Drivers are packed into gas stations.
We just don't want to take any chances. Rather be on the safe side. Over-prepared than under-prepared. Gas is probably going to go up.
Zatya Johnson lives in Wilmington, North Carolina. She's already made the trip inland to Raleigh.
I think my family's coming tomorrow, but some of them did stay, but I just pray they're safe and stay safe.
Florence is still a Category 4 storm with 130-mile-an-hour winds, less than 600 miles off Cape Fear. Hurricane specialist John Cangelosi.
As it approaches the coast, it's likely to slow down significantly and maybe even bend to the southwest. So this could be a situation where we have a very dangerous major hurricane just crawling near the coastline for a day or even more.
CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Wright.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO 103.1 Glasgow.
Insurance is all about families. That's true when you think about it. From insuring your home, your car, to the farm that provides for the family.
Or that family business that continues through generations. I'm Jared Pursley with Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Don't you mean ISU Pettigo Lessenberry?
Okay, Daniel. You always have to be right.
I'm Daniel Bird here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry, and what we're trying to say is that everything we do is for our families. So if you're looking for agents you can trust,
agents who know where you're coming from, then we'd be honored to serve you and your family's best interest.
Call us today at 270-651-8837.
Gibson, they're my deal-making, hand-shaking, wheel-turning, hard-working dealer.
In need of a new vehicle? How about a Buick? An Enclave, Encore, an Envision? We make it easy at Bailey Gibson. No matter the make or model, Buick or GMC, new or used, Bailey Gibson has the vehicle for you. On the lot or a customized order, we make it easy for you. Need financing or service after the sale? We make it easy. Don't stress over car buying. Stop in or give us a call.
Danny can make car buying easy for you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of Live and Local News here on WCLU 4 this Wednesday, September the 12th. I'm Aaron Russell reporting. Our first story today, Trooper Jason Warner of the is investigating a two-vehicle collision that occurred on September 9th of 2018 at approximately 12:15 p.m. Central Time at Highway 90 and the intersection of Highway 558. Lily Maxine Griffin, age 81 of Albany, was operating a 2004 Nissan Altima westbound on Kentucky 90, attempting to turn onto Kentucky 558 when she failed to yield the right-of-way on the oncoming eastbound vehicle, a 2008 Dodge Ram operated by Stephen Willoughby, age 29 of Winchester. Willoughby, unable to stop, collided with Griffin, striking her vehicle on the passenger side. Griffin and a passenger in the vehicle, 57-year-old Linville Willoughby, were wearing a seatbelt. Stephen Willoughby was unrestrained. All occupants were transported to the medical center in Albany, where Griffin was pronounced deceased by the Clinton County coroner. Linville and Stephen Willoughby were treated and released with minor injuries. Trooper Warner was assisted on the scene by additional Kentucky State Police personnel, as well as the Clinton County Sheriff's Department and the Clinton County EMS Services and the Clinton County Fire Department. Trooper Billy Begley is investigating a collision that occurred on September the 9th of 2018 at approximately 9:28 a.m. Central Time on Fairplay Road, 1 mile south of Columbia. Eldridge Hoover, age 85 of Columbia, was operating a 2005 Nissan truck southbound on Fairplay Road when he dropped off the right shoulder of the road, overcorrected, and overturned, striking a utility pole, coming to a final rest in a creek. Hoover was wearing a seatbelt, but was pronounced deceased at the scene by the Adair County coroner. Trooper Begley was assisted on the scene by additional members of the Kentucky State Police, as well as the Columbia Police Department, Adair County Sheriff's Department, Adair County EMS Services, and Fire and Rescue. And according to the Hart County Sheriff Boston Hensley, on Monday, September the 10th, Hart County Sheriff's Office executed a Hart County indictment warrant on Joshua A. Brown, age 25, of 715 Payne Road on Rock Island, Tennessee. Brown was charged with promoting contraband to the first degree, and Brown was lodged in the Hart County Jail in lieu of a $5,000 cash bond. We'll be right back here with more live and local news right after this here on WCLU. It is September the 12th.
I've always been a talker. I love to laugh, but I was wearing dentures, and I felt uncomfortable because of being young. My 50th birthday gift for my husband, I wanted to get implants.
That's C.J. Elliott, another satisfied patient of Dr. Jim Thurman and dental implants.
The way they treat you, it was sort of like a family, and it was like, this is what I want.
And of course, C.J. had done her research on the subject and Dr. Thurman.
When I went to another dentist, and he recommended Thurman. I love it. Well, I'm glad I got Dr. Thurman. I really am. People ask me all the time, what do you have? Who did it? And I tell them, Dr. Thurman.
And after having a full set of dental implants from Dr. Thurman, CJ has no regrets.
This was the best thing I ever did. And I would do it again if I had to. I would do it again.
So if you're in a similar situation, here's what CJ would say to you.
If you are wanting to get dental implants, that Dr. Thurman would be the man to go to.
To learn more, call the office of Dr. James Thurman at 651-5939.
Sharing the excitement of the People's Bank grand opening at our new Glasgow office by taking advantage of our grand opening CD special August 27th through September 27th. Open a 36-month CD and earn 3.27 annual percentage yield. That's right, 3.27 APY. Don't miss out on the celebration going on now at the People's Bank. 3.27 annual percentage yield, limited time only. Penalty for early withdrawal, not valid with any other offers. Rate subject to change, new deposits only. People's Bank, working for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back here with more live and local news here on WCLU for this Wednesday, September the 12th. I'm Aaron Russell reporting. On Saturday, the Glasgow Police Department responded to S.L. Roger Wells Boulevard in reference to a suspicious vehicle in the parking lot of Southgate Plaza. Officers made contact with Lindsay Willoughby. Officers then received consent to search the vehicle and located methamphetamine in the front center console. Willoughby, age 29 of Glasgow, was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance of the first degree, first offense methamphetamine, as well as possession of drug paraphernalia. The arrest was made by Officer Stephen Shields and assisted by Corporal Javen McGuire. On Saturday, the Glasgow Police Department responded once again to S.L. Roger Wells Boulevard in reference to another suspicious vehicle in the parking lot of Southgate Plaza. Officers made contact with William Smith and determined that he had an active arrest warrant. Officers received consent to search his vehicle and located methamphetamine in the front center of his console. Smith, age 30, of Glasgow, was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance of the first degree, first offense, methamphetamine, as well as possession of drug paraphernalia. The arrest was made by Corporal Jabin McGuire and assisted by Officer Stephen Shields and Officer Mason Wellington. On Saturday, the Glasgow Police Department responded to the intersection of Grandview Avenue and Combs Boulevard for an injury accident. Upon investigation, it was determined that a 2005 Chrysler being operated by Virgil Perez, age 24, of Glasgow, was traveling northbound on Combs Boulevard and was attempting to pull onto Grandview Avenue and pulled into the path of a 1999 Dodge being operated by Tanya Daniels, age 38, of Glasgow, who was traveling eastbound on Grandview Avenue. A 17-year-old juvenile passenger in Unit 2 was transported by Barron and Metcalf EMS services to T.J. Sampson Community Hospital for treatment. The accident was investigated by Officer Cameron Merle and assisted by Barron and Metcalf EMS services and the Glasgow Fire Department. Weather has caused the resurfacing project on the ramps of exit 36 and 37 of the Natcher Parkway in Butler County to be pushed back. All ramps at the exit 36 and 37 interchange with US 231 Cromwell will be closed on Thursday, September the 13th and Friday, September the 14th. The Natcher Parkway and US 231 will remain open in this area, and the ramps only on and off of the parkway will be closed at this interchange. Wide loads may continue onto the Natcher Parkway during this time, and though the ramps are closed. Wild loads will be restricted once again once the ramps have reopened. Motorists should seek an alternate route. The closure is very weather dependent, so it is possible the dates could change once again. Kentucky State Resort Parks are offering a discounted rate of $49.95 per night on lodge rooms to residents of any East Coast state that is seeking shelter from Hurricane Florence. The rate for one-bedroom cottages is usually $69.95 a night, and for two bedrooms, $79.95 a night. Those adverse weather rates are available to all resort parks until September the 30th by calling the park front desk directly. An out-of-state driver's license must be presented at check-in to receive this rate. Park locations and phone numbers are available at parks.ky.gov. As in past years, Kentucky State Parks support surrounding states during adverse weather in the same manner that they support Kentucky communities in a crisis. A Kentucky woman has been sentenced to 5 years in prison in order to pay $1.6 million in restitution for crop insurance fraud. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Lexington said 63-year-old Deborah Muse of the Wallingford community in Fleming County was sentenced Tuesday in U.S. District Court. Muse pled guilty in April, admitting that she had helped farmers file false tobacco crop insurance claims and created false documents to help farmers hide their crop production. The U.S. Attorney's Office said in a news release that the documents led to inflated payments from crop insurers, which are reinsured by the federal government. Judge Joseph M. Hood found that Muse caused the federal government to pay out $5.9 million in indemnity payments to producers who weren't entitled to them. And that is all for Live and Local News today here on WCLU for this Wednesday, September the 12th. Now let's hear from Barron County High School with this week's Trojan Report with BCHS Junior Katie Martin.
I'm Katie Martin with this week's Trojan Report. Here are this year's 2018 BCHS football homecoming candidates. For band, it is Caroline Kinsman. Beta is Samantha Morgan. Broadcasting is Katie Martin. Drama is Cora Wood. FBLA is Brianna Childress. FCCLA is Lydia Christian. FCA is Jenna Brooks. Foreign Language Club is Fabiola Luna. FFA is Kinley Kinslow. HOSA is Emily Klein. JROTC is Mackenzie Martinez. Best Buddies is Kathy Salab. SAD Club is Kyla Kelly. Travel Club is Michaela Vincent. Y Club is Lily Shipley. Yearbook is Savannah Goad. Dance is Brianna Shirley. Cheerleaders is McKenna Burrell. For Pep Club freshmen, it's Allie Bell and Olivia Stice. The sophomore is Malin Newberry. Junior, Kayla Forshee, and senior, Maddie Murray. Fall sports freshman is Ann Benning-Jones. Sophomore, Maddie Anderson. Junior, Micah Burrell, and senior, Annabelle Botts. The Marching Trojans earned distinction at the South Central Kentucky Marching Band Classic this past weekend. First place Class 4A Best Color Guard and Percussion Class 4A, Best Overall Music, Visual, Color Guard, Percussion, and General Effect, and Grand Champion. Saturday, September 15th, the BC Marching Band will compete at the Taylor County Invitational. Homecoming will be this Friday against Greenwood. The Homecoming Week spirit themes. Monday was Pajama Day, Tuesday was USA Patriots Day, Wednesday is Country Day, get back to your roots and wear your boots. On Thursday, it's Tourist Day, dressed up like a tourist. On Friday, it's Friday Night Lights, wear burgundy and gold or football attire. See Max Hutton, Pep Club President, or Sailor Botts, Pep Club Vice President, if you have any questions. Students interested in joining the high school swim team can see Coach Metzger in the library. The first practice is October 9th. Any student wanting to join Y Club and attend KYA who has not picked up a conference packet needs to stop by room 12 and get one from Mr. Steenbergen. Reminder that both Y Club and Social Studies Club dues are to be turned in to Mr. Steenbergen by Friday, September 21st. Students planning to join Beta should see a sponsor to pay your $30 club dues. The deadline to join is this Friday. You do not have to receive an invitation to join. The Travel Club is now accepting members. All students interested in joining can pay their $5 enrollment fee to Mrs. Dyer or Mrs. Esters. The deadline to join is Friday, September 28th. Any student who is in a foreign language class now or who has completed 2 levels already is invited to join the Foreign Language Club this week. Dues are $5 and $15 for a club t-shirt. In sports, congratulations to the Trojans football team for winning over Monroe County last Friday. And on the sports calendar for this week, on Thursday the girls soccer team is at Glasgow, the volleyball team is at Allen County Scottsville, cross-country teams are at Greene County, and freshman football team hosts Allen County Scottsville. On Friday, it's homecoming at BCHS as the Trojan football team hosts Greenwood. Homecoming activities will take place at halftime. The girls and boys soccer teams host the Barron County Classic. On Saturday, the girls golf team participates in the Louisville Sacred Heart Invitational. Barron County Soccer Classic continues, and cross-country teams are at Central Hardin Invitational. Next Monday, the JV football team hosts Monroe County, the volleyball team hosts Metcalfe County, and the boys golf team hosts Allen County Scottsville. And next Tuesday, the volleyball team is at Monroe County, and the boys soccer team is at Campbellsville. For a daily rundown on what's happening at BCHS, tune in to our daily student radio broadcast on our high school radio station, Trojan Radio 88.7 FM, and online at barronschools.com each morning around 7:30 and each afternoon around 3 p.m. That's this week's Trojan Report from Barron County High, where opportunity creates success. We are BC.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Jaleesa Chapman. Scott County authorities are investigating an officer-involved shooting. The deputy was shot around 11 Tuesday night at a rest area in Georgetown. The suspect, 57-year-old Edward Reynolds of Florida, was shot and killed during the incident. The deputy was responding to a complaint at the rest stop when he was shot. His condition is unknown. Kentucky is issuing an emergency declaration to help crews get to areas impacted by Hurricane Florence as quickly as possible.
Kentucky's Transportation Cabinet Secretary is issuing an emergency declaration that provides temporary regulatory relief for crews heading to the affected areas. The order exempts a driver's hours of service limitation and wait station stoppage, suspends registration regulations, and waives permit fees for overweight trucks until October 11th. The Secretary says lifting those regulations will allow crews to help with relief efforts as quickly as possible. I'm Haley Hansen.
Kentucky's senior U.S. Senator says Republicans are in the fight of their lives to maintain control of the Senate. Senator Mitch McConnell told reporters in Louisville Tuesday that Republicans are in a knife fight for the Senate. McConnell pointed to 9 states, including Tennessee and Indiana, where races for the U.S. Senate are essentially tied. McConnell added that he thinks once Election Day is over, Republicans will still be in control of the Senate. And Senator Rand Paul says he's for using lie detectors to weed out who wrote an op-ed for the New York Times. The article was published last week by an anonymous person that claimed to be a senior member of the Trump administration. Senator Paul speaking in Hopkinsville earlier this week.
Yeah, there are certain things that shouldn't be released to the media, and it is not unprecedented for us to use lie detector tests to actually determine whether someone's telling the truth.
Paul says White House officials should not be allowed to openly disobey the president. I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
At AT&T, we believe that access to affordable home internet brings you incredible opportunities. You can enjoy the power to explore a digital world of possibilities and connect with family, friends, and the things that matter most. That's why there's access from AT&T. If a member of your household is a SNAP participant, you may qualify for home internet at a discounted rate of $10 a month. No commitment, no deposit, no installation fee. Plus, get an in-home Wi-Fi gateway at no extra cost. Call 1-855-220-5211 or visit att.com/aware to learn more.
SNAP refers to the Federal Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Pricing excludes tax. Service will include a monthly data allowance depending on the type and speed of service you receive. If you exceed your monthly data plan allowance, you will be automatically charged $10 for each 50 gigabytes of data usage in excess of your data plan, even if less than 50 gigabytes is used. For details about data allowances, go to att.com/internet-usage. Wi-Fi enabled device required. Other restrictions apply.
This is WCLU Sports Director Joe Myers. Join us Friday night as the Glasgow Scotty football team tries to remain undefeated when they host the Warren East Raiders at Hank Roy Stadium for homecoming. Kickoff is set for 7 o'clock. Our broadcast begins at 6:30 on Light 102.3, 1490 WCLU, and online at playwclu.com.
Brought to you in part by Colton, Haywood Sales and Service, the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. Also brought to you by Joe Myers, Kentucky Farm Bureau agent, and South Central RTC.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by McDonald's.
Did not.
Did too.
You started
No,
it.
I didn't.
With McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu, you can choose among favorites for just $1, $2, or $3. Or, as Dad likes to call it, the
finally, some peace and quiet on this cross-country road trip meal.
Build whatever meal you want with McDonald's $1, $2, $3 menu.
And now it's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to make them smile with a Happy Meal for just $3. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Depending on what track Florence takes, the impacts for us here look to be limited for now. But into next week, some guidance suggesting maybe some of that moisture getting just to our east, maybe closer, so stay tuned. A roll through today, pretty quiet, partly to mostly cloudy, about 82. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy and about 63. A little warmer, though, as we go through the rest of the week. Lots of sunshine around tomorrow. How about 85? That's about average. But then we go above average on Friday with plenty of sunshine. Highs will be in the upper 80s. And for now, it's a good-looking weekend with a mix of clouds and sunshine. Highs both days in the middle 80s. And if we have impacts from what's ever left of Florence, it would be early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Got you, Ray. 62 degrees now at WCLU. Pressure is up at 30.11. Humidity at 100%. Winds out of the northeast at a couple of miles an hour. The rain gauge is nil this morning, and don't see anything on the constant coverage the studio radar screen that's going to cause us to have any sort of a problem, at least today, in keeping things fairly quiet around here. Mostly cloudy, though, right now. 62 degrees. Weather brought to you by McDonald's this morning.
It was one of those moments. I was a proud dad, standing behind my son as he just pushed off on his first bicycle pedal, pulled out my cell phone, and what did I do? Dropped it. Yep, there it was. And I knew it was cracked the second I picked it up. I didn't worry because I knew where to take it, and that's Gadget Patchers, located at 199 Rogers Wells Boulevard in Glasgow. Gadget Patchers is a cell phone and computer repair store where I take all of my gadgets when they're in need of repair, whether that's cell phone screen, the charging port, or maybe it won't even come on at all now. And I have no doubt that Seth and all his talented staff at Gadget Patchers have the answers waiting for you. They can replace the entire screen, pretty much service a cell phone in any way imaginable. Time for an upgrade anyway? They've got newly refurbished phones and at great prices. Call Seth Arterburn down at Gadget Patchers at 270-228-0000 or stop in and get your repair quote on your device or bring it in and have them take a look at it, and you can shop around for a fully refurbished computer or laptop right in the store, as well as tablets and other phone accessories that you're going to need once you get the repair complete. Be sure to mention WCLU and get 10% off all accessories. Don't miss another one of life's events because of your broken device. See Gadget Patchers today.
Do you use a debit card? Do you get paid by direct deposit or have a monthly bill set up for auto payment? Do you like the convenience of online banking and the efficiency of e-statements? If so, Citizens First Platinum Plus checking account is for you. Stop by Citizens First today to open your Platinum Plus account and start earning real interest on your money.
Qualifications must be met each statement cycle to earn premium interest rates. Required minimum opening deposit of $100. Interest earned compounded and paid monthly. Interest rate is subject to change. Must be a Kentucky or Tennessee resident. One account per Social Security number. Member FDIC.
We got to talk about birthdays coming up here just in a minute. Ralphie's Fun Center brings you the birthdays, but we'll get in here and get that taken care of for you here just in a second on WCLU.
Good morning, friends. As we live out our lives each day, I believe we should each give more attention to one fact. Eternity is closer, and it is sure. Are we preparing for the return of Jesus? If we are as alert as we should be, we will wake up each morning thinking that this just may be the year or even the day of Jesus' return. That being so, I believe we should strive to be more self-controlled, clear-headed, and careful to pray in trusting faith. Life is short. Pray hard. We must have a fervent love for one another. Enough of this foolishness of hatred and prejudice and disregard for others. It's imperative that we be more hospitable to other people. Our lives are often so busy that we are not even aware of another's needs. Far too many are so wrapped up in their own interests that they live as islands, isolated from all except themselves and their immediate family. We need to speak out more and more about Jesus and the salvation that he offers, but this must be done with kindness. If you knew that this was our last year or even last day on earth, and that soon you would stand before God in judgment, how would you spend your time? How would you use your talents? How would you relate to others in word and deed? Remember, this could be the year. This is Danny Wyatt for the Refuge Church of Christ.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Indeed, indeed. Let me talk about some of the Ralphie's birthday friends that we have today. My goodness, we really enjoy having these conversations. There's a lot of family members that call up, a lot of just good folks wishing people good thoughts. Let me start off here in the anniversary side today. We just learned that Mike and Evie Hopkins have an anniversary today. Mike and Evie Hopkins. Earl and Irene Henry have their 48th wedding anniversary today. We have Lena Jo Davis turning 11 today. Just Mary Logston. I don't know what the middle name is. I just threw that in there. Mary Logston is 41 today. Sydney Nicely has a birthday today, too. How about Ricky Jesse? Ricky is 52. Connie Saltzman is 58. Todd Porch is 43. Joe Wallace is 42. Jeff Wells, your mama got up early to make sure that she called in and wished you a happy 59th birthday today. Jackson Harden. Jackson is 14, doing well as a teen at 14 for Jackson today. Ben Smith is celebrating a birthday. We sounded a 60 gong earlier for Mr. Tim Lindsay. William Hunley has a birthday. It's also Jeff Ritchie's birthday. David Gilbert celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday also to Brandon Gross, and we understand from reliable sources that Brandon is turning 40 today. It's Paula Terry's birthday. Sharon Billingsley, Carol Ann Coffey, Amy Norris Bellamy, and Annette Simmons all having birthdays today. Congratulations to our honorees from our sponsors of the Birthday Club every day, the folks who have mastered fun at Ralphie's Fun Center.
When Fire Pit Spirits first opened in May, they set out to be a place of business that puts service above all else, and that's why they have a large staff to help you find what you need and then help you do your car when you're done. They strive to have the best selection in the county, and you can be the judge of that. They also wanted you to have the convenience of a drive-through window for when you're in a rush or if the weather just doesn't suit you. With so many options, Fire Pit Spirits make sure they're equipped for professionalism and satisfaction. Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Fire Pit Spirits. Best service, best selection, best friends.
Don't forget we're patting David Gilbert on the back today, and here's why. David's birthday is today, and some folks called in and said, we just got to pat that fella on the back today. Be sure to let him know he's good as gold. From his friends here at WCLU and a little taste of Texas. All right. Let me get the thing I lost. Except it's still lost. Hold on. Coming up, we've got the Glasgow High School Class of 98's 20-year reunion this Saturday, September the 15th. Says here more info is coming soon. Check the Facebook group for details. And here's a contact number. If all else fails, call 270-590-3437. ADHD and Autism Informational Meeting is this morning at 11 o'clock at the Barron County Extension Office. Miss Shauna Schartzer from the Barron County District Mental Health. She is the Barron County District Mental Health Coordinator. She'll answer questions that you have on either of these disorders. Also, door prizes, a light lunch, and you can call Ms. Becky Honeycutt for more questions this morning at 659-0342. That's 659-0342. 7:37. We have actually some tidbit news right around the bend.
Hello, I'm Anthony Myatt. Thanks for calling. How can I help you?
I need life insurance, but it's so complicated.
It can be. As a Modern Woodman agent, I'm trained to design the best plan for you.
Great. Thanks a lot. I'm so glad I called you.
Call me anytime at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
Monday, September 17th, the Cattlemen's Livestock Market, Rockfield, Kentucky, will conduct the dispersal sale of an outstanding herd of cattle. There are 70 cows 3 years old and up, 4 bred heifers, 1 black bull, and 57 calves. Some of the larger calves may not be sold as pairs. Their regular Monday sale will follow the herd dispersal auction, and all types of cattle are welcome at this sale. That's Monday, September 17th, beginning at 1:30 at Cattlemen's Livestock Market, 210 Stamps Road, Rockfield. For more details, contact the stockyard at 270-542-2454.
You don't have to know the mechanics of how your car works. You just have to know mechanics who do. That's the story of Haywood Sales and Service. From a small engine repair center, Haywood Sales and Service has blossomed into a popular place for trusted vehicle service and repairs with ASE certified mechanics. They're your source for Cooper and Mastercraft tires for any vehicle. Pros who provide dependable service. Pros who won't overcharge you and who want your business. That's Haywood Sales and Service on Finney Road at Haywood. Discuss your needs at 270-814-1068.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
Punching controls this morning. And keeping us all together, it's Aaron Russell who's going to join us for tidbit news. I was thinking about First Light. We run a show early, First Light, and the guy that punches the buttons there, they call him the Nimble Bill Pimble. So I don't know what rhymes with Russell, but the guy that's always hustling.
Yeah,
Aaron Russell. At controls today. Plus, he's going to join me for tidbit news.
Yes, thank you.
I should have come up with a theme song for this, but I got a couple of Texas stories for you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I need some Bob Wills music or something.
Big stories.
Yeah, that's right. These are, of course, tidbit news, not necessarily the headlines, but that doesn't mean it's not news. Mm-hmm. Follow along with this story.
All right.
There's a pair of parents, a pair of Texas A&M graduates. And these two Texas A&M graduates were surprised when a sonogram image showed their expected child signaling support for the rival University of Texas. Now listen to this. Samantha Perkins said she and her husband are both graduates of Texas A&M.
Yeah.
And they're devoted fans of Texas A&M University. But during a recent sonogram appointment, the technician asked if they were University of Texas Longhorn fans. And said, my husband and I just looked at each other, and it's because the tech showed them an image that showed the fetus flashing a UT hook'em horn.
I was about to say he's hooking the horns.
That's right. That's right. He was hook'em horns. Not even born yet. And he's going against mom and dad's wishes. That's right. Perkins said she and her husband already have some Texas A&M apparel ready for the baby, who is due in January, and they are planning to attend an upcoming game, I guess, to try to turn him another direction.
Yeah.
Well, here's a sonogram of your child, hook 'em horns.
Yeah.
You got to think back, where all you been?
Yeah.
All right, story number 2, since we're staying in Texas.
Okay.
This is a guy that's... How could you not get caught at this? There's a Texas man who pled guilty to stealing more than $1.2 million worth of fajitas. How many is that, you think?
Yeah, that's a lot of fajitas.
That's right. He was pled guilty to stealing $1.2 million in fajitas while acting as a public servant. So now he's been sentenced. Get this, he's sentenced to 50 years in prison. Gilbert Escamilla, who is 53, was employed at the Darrell B. Hester Juvenile Detention Center, Juvenile Detention Center, if I can say the word, in San Benito, Texas, until August of 2017, when it was discovered that he had been placing orders for fajitas using county funds and then selling them to the inmates in the jail for his own profits. Since December of 2008.
My goodness.
This is according to the Cameron County court filings. When sentenced this past Friday, Escamilla also was served with the maximum fine of $10,000 on top of the $1,251,578.72 that he was ordered to pay in restitution for all those fajitas.
That's a lot of fajitas.
According to the Brownsville Herald, Escamilla's scheme unraveled last August after a delivery driver with Labatt Food Services phoned the detention center to give kitchen employees a heads up that an 800-pound delivery of fajitas had arrived. That sounds like a nice delivery guy.
Yeah,
hey,
Hey.
I don't want y'all to be alarmed, but there's 800 pounds of stuff coming in here. Just in case you have to wonder where to put it. Mr. Escamilla there, he was, he didn't, well, here's what I think. He let it go on too long.
Yeah.
2008 till now, I think maybe a couple of years is as far as he should have gone with
it. He was in too deep.
That's right. It was just too much easy money. All right, this story. Let's leave Texas for just a minute.
All right.
And go to Pennsylvania.
Okay.
This is a cruel person right here.
Okay.
Police say a Philadelphia fast food worker threw hot oil at customers during an argument at the drive-through window.
I told you I put those straws in the bag.
That's right. That's right. That's right. What? Oh, did you say ketchup? How do you actually throw
I guess
hot oil?
Just went and got the pan or the pot full of
Police allege the employee threw the cooking oil through the drive-through window during a dispute with 3 women over an order about 3 o'clock on a Saturday morning at a Checkers restaurant. Now, you are hedging your bet to be ordering food through the drive-through at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You don't know how long the cook's been there, but you don't know where they've been.
Yeah.
But anyway, you shouldn't. That's not part of the customer service plan at all.
I'm sure there wasn't anybody, but where you want to be in that situation is the car behind.
That's
the
right.
Car that got just so you're sitting there waiting to pull up,
testify.
and you're just watching hot oil.
A 20-year-old woman burned on her left arm and left leg was taken to a hospital. She's in stable condition. Police say another 20-year-old woman and a 26-year-old woman were burned on their arms, legs, and head, but declined treatment.
There's so many question marks.
You've heard of slinging hash.
Yeah.
He was slinging oil. 28-year-old Latifa Linder was charged with aggravated and simple assault. I'm going for all aggravated myself.
Yeah.
There's nothing simple about throwing hot oil on people. Also charged with reckless endangering and related offenses. Now, the checker says it is cooperating with police. Now, what would be the alternative to not cooperating with police?
Yes.
Sorry, you can't arrest our employees for throwing hot oil on people. Of course, they're cooperating with police.
Yeah, it's not like that's in the manual that after a certain amount of argument.
We are model corporate citizens. We're cooperating with police.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there we have it. We're hooking the horn.
Oh yeah.
And then we're also we're actually making money off of fajitas and throwing hot oil on people. That's what Tidbit News is all about today, Aaron. Maybe we'll have equally interesting things for tomorrow, okay?
All right.
7:47 now.
Shut that window! We can't afford to heat the whole neighborhood. You ever said that to someone in your house? Smith Siding in Glasgow would love to show you how much heat the neighborhood gets even with your old leaky and inefficient windows shut, and how much better their vinyl replacement windows insulate against outside cold air. Plus, they're easy to clean and bring new life to the appearance of your home. Randall and Shane Smith would love to talk to you about windows. In business for 44 years, we get it right. 651-1009. Nothing can take down a home like a debilitated, leaky roof. How can you find a roofing contractor who can analyze the problems and then come up with a quote that may be less expensive than you think? Smith Siding has a great reputation in Southern Kentucky. In fact, insurance companies depend on Smith Siding as a reliable contractor. You can too. Have Shane and Randall Smith look at your situation and start the process. In business for 44 years, we get it right. Smith Siding, 109 Ensminger Drive, behind Dairy Queen.
Hey everybody, this is Dog. I want to remind you all about the easiest way to remember where to find your next home or business. Just go to GlasgowKYHomes.com. That's where you'll find the complete listing of property available from Glasgow's Realty and Auction. Randy Gibbons, principal broker, is a personal friend, and I can assure you that he and Tara Vincent will treat you right. Located on the square in Glasgow, that's Glasgow Realty and Auction. Call 651-SOLD, and remember, GlasgowKYHomes.com.
The following weather forecast is brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards and Private Caregiver and Referral Services. When roles reverse in your later years, when child becomes caretaker and the needs of the parent become most important, it's comforting to know that there's help along the way. Peggy Tuck Edwards would like for you to be informed about Private Caregiver and Referral Services, because sometimes our elders just need a little company and companionship. It's our duty to see that those needs are met, whether in the home or in an assisted living or nursing home facility. Peggy and her network of compassionate caregivers are ready to meet you and your loved one's needs. Call 270-670-7062.
A roll through today, pretty quiet, partly to mostly cloudy, about 82. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy and about 63. A little warmer, though, as we go through the rest of the week. Lots of sunshine around tomorrow. How about 85? That's about average. But then we go above average on Friday with plenty of sunshine. Highs will be in the upper 80s. And for now, it's a good-looking weekend with a mix of clouds and sunshine. Highs both days in the middle 80s. And if we have impacts from what's ever left of Florence, it would be early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic, the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Kind of a quiet start to our day. 62 at WCLU. Weather brought to you by Peggy Tuck Edwards, Private Caregiver and Personal Referral Services.
You can get all the high school scores and the interviews with the coaches each Friday night. Hi, this is Rick Shaw. Join Coach Don Atkins and me on the Kentucky High School Scoreboard Show, as Friday nights belong to high school sports, and we feature all the scores and highlights of exciting high school games. Follow your favorite team by tuning in each Friday night from 9 till 11 p.m.
on your home for local WCLU.
7:50, 10 minutes before top of the hour, 8 o'clock here on WCLU. And let's see, we've taken care of the weather. All the phones are ringing. I better answer the phones to make sure that we don't miss out on anything else. And somebody's going to be winning a delicious birthday cake from Dairy Queen today. And somebody is also going to be winning a beautiful rosebud vase from out at Greer's Florist. But I'm ready for some funk.